The Hearing, Speech and Deaf Center in Cincinnati is ready to produce and distribute another round of window masks, thanks to a recent grant. The money is helping the organization with its mission to bring communication equity to people with speech and hearing disorders during the COVID-19 pandemic. Here's Whitney Miller.
These window masks make it easier for those who rely on lip reading to communicate. It also makes it easier for you to see each other's smiles. That's part of the reason why this organization wants you to think about getting a window mask.
We depend on sign language to communicate. For me, I also depend on lip reading to communicate with people.
When Elizabeth Welpdale speaks, she uses her hands as she tries to find jobs for her clients with the Hearing, Speech and Deaf Center. Today, she's talking to us through an interpreter as she explains how difficult it has been to communicate since the start of COVID-19.
I was so frustrated I felt like I could cry because I already have hearing loss. I already have barriers. And these masks with full coverage were not helping at all.
She wasn't alone in her frustration. Her co-workers saw a need and quickly came up with a solution.
You'll start slow and then you get real quick.
Window masks. Staff interpreter Caroline Browning's office is now a sewing studio where she makes hundreds of masks with vinyl windows that allow people to see your lips as you speak.
A sign language interpreter is communicating with a deaf person. They also need to see that person's expression and watch their lips move as well for communication.
The Hearing, Speech and Deaf Center initially began producing the masks this spring, but once word got out, the center started to receive requests for the masks from all over the country.
To California, to New York, down to Texas.
The masks aren't free, but the team was awarded a grant this month from the Greater Cincinnati Foundation and the United Way, so it can continue making and distributing more masks.
I'm hoping that more people will use the window masks to help not only deaf people, but also people who have hearing loss, hard of hearing, and that whole spectrum.
Whitney Miller, WCPO 9 News.
If you would like a window mask, you can reach out to the Hearing, Speech and Deaf Center. We have attached a link to that information within this story on our website, WCPO.com.
What a great idea.